Hello everybody and welcome to Jet TV. This is part 9 of my Dark Elves Let's Play and we have just recaptured Nagaron. This campaign has been very hard going, as I'm sure you know if you've been watching it. We've had attack after attack. I thought we've been going to lose this campaign multiple times. Right now we've just done a raid on the Great Arena and we've pulled back to Nagaron. I've frozen up for a second here. So we're just recouping back in Nagaron. Now I do need to replace a couple of units here, but I can't quite do that this turn. We do have allies now who I'm hoping to manage to be able to persuade to confederate with me, though I've already tried this turn. So we're going to keep trying to throw the confederation bone with them, which will get us a couple of territories. And mean that I've got a territory further down, which means I'm a lot more secure as well. But right now we're just trying to build up and get ourselves into a position where we can actually get a second army going and we can start hitting back against Agol, who are, as you can see, who have even pushed past us now, who are down past us. We are kind of splitting them in two at the moment, so I'm hoping that my allies down here, which actually a lot of the Dark Elf factions along here have realised the issues, will be able to push back. I do also need to keep an eye on the other Norscan faction, who I do have a non-aggression pact with at the moment above me, but they really don't like me. That non-aggression pact came simply because I forced them into it by stomping up and down on them before Agol hit me. Again, this has been a very tricky and a very difficult campaign so far, and I dare say I'm going to continually get hit quite hard here. Right, so they are building up there. Let's take this guy off march stance and let's get him building up again. So I want a couple of people. I'm building up out of here. I'm going to get some walls going. Can I get some walls going yet? Can I not build walls in this place? Oh, is that... Oh, so I think this place already counts as being a walled city, which is quite nice, because I don't seem to have an option to build more walls. So what else can I build, and what is worth me building here? Slave pens are probably quite good. What are we getting from them? Now is this... Let's have a look. Per slaves in province. Now I only have one province, so this is probably all of the slaves in that province. I do have a slaves thing here, so all of my slaves are in this province. I get quite a bit of income from them actually. Now I can technically turn it off. My max slaves is 13k. So let's throw up some slave pits, because that's going to be an extra 300 at least. So, and we are re-recruiting here. Let's do a little bit of It doesn't actually change my amount of units. We've got the second lord up here. We've got my lord down here. This lord is basically sailing around in the sea looking for things like this, which will give us... I'm going to go for campaign bonuses. Will give us various campaign bonuses. Various extra little bits and pieces, but also potentially give us buffs to how much money we've got and things as well, which is very, very useful. Right, so we did just get something else, so let's have a look. Let's chuck her that, so she's got an extra fireball. Hand weapons. What does Web of Shadows do? Direct damage to an area, so let's throw her that as well. And let's give her a talisman. Right, let's look up at this lord, because I want to keep lords friendly, though. And you can do that by giving them things as well. Give them straight armor piercing damage. And the potion of speed. And let's reduce the chance to give her a bodyguard as well. Okay, and ending turn here. This horde is just sitting there. Now, they're not... You know, they're not against me, they're not for me. So, it's a tricky one. I don't quite know what to do about them. I can't really afford to pull back my armies to try and fight them at the moment. So, it's a very tricky situation for me to be in here. Basically, I'm stuck at the moment. I can't really get away with expanding. I need something to happen. I need one of my allies to really get in a position to help me, or I need to confederate. If I can confederate with these guys down here, I can potentially push Agol out and back up and form Bastion against the north and slowly push that one forwards. However, they were almost more likely to confederate with me before I was allied with them, because now that I'm allied with them, they are in a very much a... They're more comfortable, they're more confident in their position. And you can see Agol have a lot of armies here. However, if I can start getting some confederations up, that would really help. So these guys have mobilised. I've sent them against this settlement here. Let's have a little look about this confederation option. No.
Before deciding. Cruel dreadlord, we share common purpose. Let us be
military access. No.
Vicious, you have entered the Black Court for Nagaroth.
We're going to keep throwing out these trade agreements as
Morathi.
well.
I have a great many things to see to.
Now! Come, speak!
Okay, so that's helping us. We are pushing up our income now. So I'm just going to try and keep building up. Oh, why did I build that one? I built the public order one rather than the slave pens one. I don't need public order here at the moment. I'm going to keep pushing up my economy here. Again, I don't need public order, so you can be swapped for walls. And soon I'm going to start swapping out a few of my units for other military units. Are shades worth getting at the moment? They do... What's their range? 130, and they do armor piercing. They are melee as well. And how do they compare to dark shards? So they do a lot more damage, they have a lot more range. However, their units are not that much smaller actually. The only thing is they don't have as much melee defense, I don't think. You know, they've got more melee defense, so actually these are basically just better, but however they do obviously cost more. But I think having a few shades in my army would potentially be good. So again, I will probably build this elsewhere long run, but for now, how much public order are we getting from that? 6. We are getting quite a lot from characters being in this region, so I don't necessarily want to burn off all of those. So I'm going to pop this in here for now. I will probably move it later on.
Nobility.
Okay, so we've got a move on this guy. I can't see anything useful at the moment. Oh, there we go. We've got a mysterious island.
Stations.
Be a 10k one. Sometimes you get 10k from these. However, not that one.
Across the sea.
Okay. So my hope with Agol is they are biting off more than they can chew at the moment. So they are going to be being attacked from quite a few different places, which is beneficial for me. However, at the same time, they are very powerful. They are quite big and powerful. So I'm hoping that they're going to start taking a lot of damage from other factions. Otherwise, unfortunately, what's probably going to happen is because they're bigger, they're probably just going to start eating through them, which doesn't really help my position at all at the moment. Sorry, I was coughing again then. So we're going to have to see what happens here. I might send out another raiding party soon against one of the other nearby settlements if Agol isn't close to me. Keep chipping away at them, keep pulling a bit of money off them, and getting my slave count up as well. So let's see what Agol are doing today. They've taken another person. See, they are being incredibly aggressive. Now, I really need to get another army out. In fact, I'm going to start pushing up another army, because if I can take Haggraith, But if I can take... Where's the capital here? Grand. No, so here's not so good. Haggrafe is a capital, which means it's going to be a bit easier to hold as well. Let's look for another...
Dark Servant. Action stations. To the waves.
There you go, we've got one round here for next turn.
You have entered the Black Court. Your Nagaroth. We must ask you to be
No, I'm gonna keep
noble
looking
of
for
Nag, we share common
confederations.
purpose. Let us be about it. Unthinkable.
However, I don't think I'm going to get anything anytime soon. Loffen
Ulf ones defend.
don't like me, unsurprisingly. I was a bit surprised there,
I
'cause they
sense
were
what you have to say will not please
not
me.
completely red instantly. Okay, we're going to do another raid on the Great Arena.
Battle wild.
So we're not going to get much because we did do this recently. However, at the moment I'm prodding their public order here, which is the point of that raid. Get myself a little bit more cash. And we can up Nagarond now. Which is quite expensive, however that's going to generate me a bit more income from everything basically. And a bigger garrison, which helps defending this place for when I'm inevitably going to be being attacked. Malekith has leveled up again. So 70, so we're nearly at Sephiron, so I do want to chuck, in fact, I'm going to chuck one in this, however I'm probably not going to be using the Cold One Chariot, because if you can see the difference, it just lowers everything too much. The only thing it does is it does up my HP a lot. You know what, I'll leave them on there for a moment, we'll see how it does. I don't know if that stacks actually, so let's take this so she can also cause damage to get some regen as well. And we have another ritual. Am I already on turn 56, guys, and I've not even got out of one region. This is not going well. That will decline my slaves, however I'll get a lot more income. I'm going to perform the rite just to get that bit of extra income.
Dark Lord.
And next turn we are going to start, I'm going to try and build up a bit of a buffer of money as well. And then we're going to start, I just need to hold tight and build up at the moment. If I can get into a position where I can take somewhere else. I mean, Nagaron's probably relatively defendable. The real question is, do I go north or do I go... is which way I go from here. Which way I push. If I push, I'm probably better pushing up north here this way to try and get this settlement, simply because if I can capture here, I am leaving them cut in two, so my allies can potentially deal here. However, if I capture here, I've got Nagarond as a buffer to keep me protected. But they've got a lot of armies down here. However, they are also fighting a lot down here, so it is a bit tricky. I would ideally love to be able to do both, but I can't. And I think I need to start expanding, because at some point, sooner rather than later, chaos will come. I'm going to try and take Haggrafe, which should start pushing my economy. It's another port, which means this person is going to be coming down to Nagarond and start building up a defensive force there. I'm going to start popping up a wall here. And we are making our move. This is risky. I'm not going to pretend it's not risky, guys. However, I'm in a point where I need to take risks. So that's an extra 5k. That is really, really good at this point. At this point, there's nothing I can upgrade at the moment, so I'll be able to pop that into troops for him next turn. Let's have a look at these guys. These guys are still friendly with me.
Yes.
Your fate looms before the Black Court. Denied.
They are getting close to wanting to join the Confederation. However, I'm not sure how
Vicious.
useful it would
Acquit
be even
yourself
being that
well.
small now. But if I can get a Confederation with them, it will help at least my income to an extent. My big worry is the other Norscan faction up there, because if they go to war with me, I am in trouble. Because the Norscans seem to be able to throw out so many units here, even a small little faction. But I think it's because they've just got cheap armies, so they can just throw together masses of troops there and throw them at me, which is being my biggest issue at the moment. The Dark Elves don't have quite the staying power of most of the other armies I've been playing with. You know, besides, I enjoy playing people who've got high leadership and a lot of staying power. It sounds daft, and I'm fairly sure a lot of people do, but it just means you can be far more. You're far more flexible, because when things go wrong, your people don't just break and run, which is what I'm currently finding. Is every time something goes wrong, my people just break and run and flee. Right, that is getting worrying.
From the Witch King, noble of Nagaroth. A novel prospect.
Right.
Attack.
That's a nice, easy auto-resolve, actually, and we're just going to occupy this place. I'm not going to be hammering the public order.
Unstoppable.
So that is good for our income. Now, what is my garrison here like? That's quite a good garrison, actually, and it is a walled town, I do believe, so I'm not as worried about there. Now, where's best to go with this guy?
Malevolent law.
That would be 3 turns away. Let's keep heading up. Let's explore all of this.
What motive brings you to treat with us?
Now they won't.
Dreadlord,
See, I think they need to be in quite a bad situation to want to join my confederation.
Ruthless. You have business before the Black Court. Foolish request.
Feared by all.
Morathi.
Bring speak, you craven.
You. But no, that's good us in a good position. We've got a nice income now, so I might even potentially be able to push a little bit more, which would be very beneficial. Next level, I'll be able to get that. Get him on a dragon as well, which will be hugely beneficial again. But even just having Haggrafe, you can see the difference that has made. I now have a lot better at income per turn. So the pushback has started, guys. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to win this. We are still in a bad state. If Hagar were to turn everything around, I would be pushed back massively. So I'm still not in a good way. I'm still half tempted just to take my main army and flee to another part of the world, so I'm not dealing with these guys. But I would wherever I landed, I would instantly be in a lot of trouble, because I'd be having to fight on all sides straight away. And it doesn't help that all these other Dark Elf factions are now pretty much all bigger than me. Though, I'm not doing badly. I'm not doing great. Losing Nagaron was my big thing, because Nagaron was quite built up, and I lost a big chunk of everything I'd gained there when Nagaron fell.
Your conquests
Nice.
strike fear into the hearts of your enemies, mighty lord. The wisest amongst them will
We have
know
a
that
battle
fate is on
right
your
down
side.
here
I have
against the lizard
foreseen
men.
it.
It's not too bad an army to go up against. What does that do for me? So we've got another thing for 10 settlements now. Let's have a look at Malekith. Let's work out what that will gain me, if it's worth me doing at the moment. So the Supreme Spellshield, extra melee defense, gives me a Doom... Oh. I assume it gives me the ability Doom Bolt then. Hex of Winds. It reduces the cost of Doom Bolt. No, I have to unlock Doom Bolt. A lot of weapon strength and everything as well. So I'm going to pop out of this settlement and do that because my army is in a good position at the moment. First of all, let's make sure I'm dealing with all of my other stuff first.
Cain requires another sacrifice.
Okay, we can't quite build a wall, so I'm going to go for growth here just to try and get that sorted.
Enacting my dark desires.
So this is a slightly more elite army, and I'll probably be putting some of these units into Malekith's army. And right, let's teleport to this battle. Oh no, I'm being ambushed.
Bloody slaughter awaits.
I have allies as well. So
Come,
let's
my
fight this battle. We're fighting the lizard men. We're suddenly right down in Lustria fighting lizard men. So this should be a fun battle. You know, we're against various dinosaurs now. I don't have much anti-large here. However, I should be able to deal with them. Looks like we're going to be being attacked from two sides, but we do have backup as well. So, and we'll get the Supreme Spellshield. I'm not bothered about the spell buff at the moment. It's the other things it's going to give me, which should be very beneficial. When it eventually loads. And this will get us a nice buff, which will help us in expanding, make Malekith that little bit more powerful again, so that he can really. I mean, he's already quite powerful. I mean, you've watched him wandering around through hordes of enemies, just smashing people. And this will mean he'll be able to do that even more. Come on, hurry up and load. So the Witch King has come upon the mosquito swamps and sees they are guarded by lizardmen. The reptiles are in there. Oh, there. Oh well, I can't read all of that. Oh wow,
Those
look at
that
this
want to
scenery.
slay me, know that I hold no grudge. For betrayal is part of our way. But now I expect you to die for me. The reptiles will seek to snare us, but we are the hunters. The trap is mine to spring. Ensure it is executed. Begin the attack. Return to me my Spellshield. Ensure we are the hunters, not the prey. The Witch King.
Okay, so they're coming from this direction, so let's get my cav set up. Sorry, my archers set up. Let's get my cav heading out, my missile cav heading out as well. Now, I reckon we've got them coming from the other side as well. We've got reinforcements coming in from both sides too. So we've got a couple of feral Bastillodons. I actually want to get my spears in front of these, not my swords. And now I want to charge. Back, back, back. Whoa, no, no, no.
Cold-blooded killers. Attack! Orders understood. Dread spears. Massacre them.
Debuff. keep hitting them in the sides with my cav. We've got this explosive thing, so let's fire that off. Malekith against these guys. These guys need to get killed. He's slamming my spells through there. Let's throw out a bit of a buff. Let's throw a fireball or two. We've got Web of Shadows too. Just direct damage around her. Let's get her in. Oh god, we've got lots of skinks coming from behind, so let's turn and deal with them. In fact, let's get my cav. Where is my cav? These guys can come out and deal with those skinks from behind. We're already breaking, and a mage, so these guys need to start moving. I want to keep hitting their sides. We're doing nicely here. Murderous Prowess is nowhere near proccing though. Let's try and get these guys around the back. Keep hitting that. Why are you back there? Let's charge you guys in. Let's keep hitting these. One to a loose. Shoot the hell out of that Saurus Old Blood, and let's try and fold around here. Where this spell is nice.
Hear my words.
Okay, so we're low on magic now, but we're getting there. So we are holding these guys. Oh god, that's not good.
Death is coming. Eager for battle.
We are now in a very tricky situation because we're getting sandwiched. However, our allies are here. We are starting to break them here, so let's turn this line.
Going.
Advancing.
Slam a spell through them. Let's keep on him. This is not good. I didn't think they were going to have lots of reinforcements, which they have had. Let's get these guys out and keep hitting. Doing this battle now might not have been the best option. You can charge in for a fireball there. You guys can start shooting at them. Yeah, we're doing nicely. We are still fighting. We are still happily going here. These guys need to get out.
Dark shards. Blood for Cain.
Okay, our reinforcements are getting in here and really helping now. And we are holding. Buff up my magic, get myself a bit more magic in here. He is enraged, they are enraged, but they are breaking. Let's get this damn skink priest. And then let's hit the Saurus Old Blood. Let's keep hitting that Saurus Old Blood. But our allies are in the back and they are helping now. We're starting these guys, they are starting to break nicely. I just need to keep the pressure on now. A lot of these guys are enraged, but they're also on very low HP. We get Malekith on him. So we're doing nicely here. We are still holding our own. Our reinforcements really saved the day there. And we've got the Master out. So that's it, we have got this. I'm not sure what's left. Everything does appear to be running to me. There's a few little units out. There's a few little units over here. which are still going. So but pretty much we're sorted. I'm actually just going to reform my line and let the reinforcements deal with these guys, if I'm honest.
Battle ready. Forward.
Which is a little lame of me, but at the moment I don't want to be losing too many more troops. As I said, I probably shouldn't have done this at this point. Right, so just reinforcing, letting my reinforcements deal with these guys. So they are clearing up for me. I'm actually going to speed up the time here while they clear up here. So yeah, it's a nice victory. It was a bit messy. I probably lost a few more troops than I can actually afford to there. So maybe I should have left that to later, especially given the situation I'm in. But it does give Malekith a nice buff there. So I did lose quite a few. I lost, 550 of my own, but we took out quite a lot of them, and a lot of my guys did very well there. So hopefully we'll get some nice level ups, and hopefully that'll be enough to get Malekith on his dragon. And Malekith on his dragon is very powerful, which will help me in the battles to come.
Bow before Malekith.
Okay, so I have leveled up, which is what I also wanted from that. Let's get back into here. We didn't actually lose an entire unit, which is also good. So we are now on my dragon, Seraphon. So this is something. While I technically lose armor, I lose some leadership, I lose some melee attack, and my weapon damage goes through the roof. So that is a very beneficial, very beneficial. Right, so let's see what's going on. So we've still got this guy to move. It doesn't look like we've got anything good around here to pick up. They seem to have lowered... Oh, no. Ah, too late. I've got one there I can pick up next turn.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Always take route march first.
Cruel Dreadlord.
So we're doing nicely. We've got a lot of cash on hand at the moment as well, which is very nice.
We will listen, but do not make promises you cannot keep.
Okay guys, and we are going to end this section here, so thank you very much for watching. Next turn we're going to try and get that second army built up, and once that army is built up we are going to try and start... I will try and start pushing to get a few armies. These guys, they are a little overextended down here, and if I can take these armies on one at a time, I can start pushing out and recapturing settlements. Ideally, I'd like to, as I expand, get a third army going as well, which would be really beneficial to us, and we can really start pushing out and clearing them, especially if I start moving my armies as groups. So that's for next time. Thank you very much for watching, guys.